Depending on your beliefs, anchor yourself in something strong. Because those small steps that you are taking reminds you that you are capable. It is the fire that fuels your growth. It's the fire that fuels your strength. Recently, a follower asked me, how do people find hope after setback? It was a challenging question. It is a challenging question. Well, I can only share my story with you, my experiences, my challenging experiences with you. And challenges and setbacks are things that happen to us. It's some things that we go through in life. Some of them are profound, while others are just slight setbacks that we can overcome. And in saying that, not all challenges are negative. I've had a situation whereby a challenge, somebody said the challenge that they went through was positive in the sense that it made them reflect on things and grow from them, or find strategies on how to cope with future challenges. Again, setbacks can change people's lives. Setbacks can either make us feel bitter if we don't resolve it, or make us be quiet and grumpy. Now, setbacks, the way people react to setbacks is very individual. The way I react to it or respond to it is different from another person. Some people can take a long time to bounce back from setbacks, while others can quickly overcome setbacks. I think it depends on somebody's mechanism. As I said, it's very individual, the way we respond to it, either between or even after the setback. I can tell you with my situation. I share with you my story. In the past, a few years back, I had a profound setback that really threw me deep, deep, deep. I thought I wouldn't come back from it. I thought I'm done. But then, somehow I bounced back. And from that setback, I learned lessons. I learned lessons about the people around me. I learned lessons about myself, my strengths, and my capabilities. I learned lessons about how the world runs. There are so many things that I learned. So, although my situation, my challenge was profound or powerful, it taught me a lesson. It was a stepping stone for me. It gave me strength. I found out that I was that strong, and I bounced back. And there are some of them that are just so quick, like you bounce out of them and you say, that wasn't something. Because you already, like for me, already had learned lessons. And I can tell myself, what else can I not face? There are so many challenges that come our way. What haven't I faced? So you see, the way people react to challenges is different. And the way people manage challenges is different. So how do people find hope in that sense? Because challenges can affect us differently. As I said, it can make us bitter. It can make us lose confidence. It can make us be desperate. It can make us despair in our dreams, our desires. We lose direction. So how do people find hope in such circumstances? For me, what I would say is, during a challenging moment or when you encounter setback, acknowledge the situation, right? And accept your feelings. It's okay to feel the way you are. And sometimes situations come our way because we don't have control over them. We can only control how we respond from the inside. Have you heard a saying that we cannot control what's happening to us, but we can control how we react to what is happening in us, and it happens inside from your heart. So acknowledge the situation, accept your feelings, give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time for the pain to lessen. And once the situation becomes a bit lighter or feels a little bit lessen, take intentional steps. Small intentional steps to regain your control. When we regain our control, we might realize that probably this situation came to me as a lesson, or it came to me so that I can be stronger. It came to me to redirect me to something else. When the situation feels lighter and you feel like at least the hardest part has gone down, take intentional steps to recover your control. Because when things break in us, it gives us an opportunity to pause and rethink what really happened. And you might realize, depending on your situation, that probably this situation or this challenge happened to provide a redirection in your life. So ask yourself, when that time comes, what has this challenge come to teach me? What can I learn from it? And there you might get your answers. Another strategy that what I would have done is in a setback is that embrace connections. I know it's easy said than done, because sometimes when you're going through a challenge, you feel like you are bothering people, especially when you go through challenges where people run away from you. You find that even asking for support, because you feel like, no, I don't want I don't want to bother people. So please, sometimes also these connections come by their own. Like for me, during my challenge, my deep challenge, a friend and friends came to me, but there's one particular one who took me out of my situation intentionally, took me out. And that opportunity gave me time to reflect on my situation. Because when someone reminds you that you are not alone, your spirit remembers that I can rise again despite the challenges that I go through. So when people extend their hand for connections, please embrace them. You know yourself, you know your friends. Acknowledge the small steps that you take, even if it means getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, and even showing up at work. And to help you even grow, write them down. Journal what you're feeling every day. And down the line, you will come back and look at it and say, yeah, you can't believe how far you've come. It will remind you how far you've come. And even with that reflection and reminder, you will grow stronger and stronger every time. Because those small steps that you are taking reminds you that you are capable. It is the fire that fuels your growth. It's the fire that fuels your strength. It is the evidence that says, I am capable. Depending on your beliefs, anchor yourself in something strong, something superpower. For me, this is what I do. I believe in the universe. I believe that universe orders my steps every day. I believe that universe has plans for me. And whenever I feel down, I go back to universe and I say, universe, this is what's happening. I know you are there. Because our beliefs can sometimes remind us that our lives matter, even when our plans are crumbling. That's why I believe in a superpower. I believe in the universe. And it is also important, and I think it is very useful and it's very helpful to listen to other people's stories, other people's lived stories. We might find closure in them. They might also inspire us, because we can say, if somebody did this, I can do it too. It gives, so I don't know about you guys, but I think with me, I feel like when I listen to another person's story, I get closure. I gain some kind of strength, like I'm not alone in this thing. So even so and so went through it, and they have overcome it. I can overcome it too. Because storytelling is very powerful. Another person's story, I still continue to say, can be another person's survival kit. So when you're going through a challenge and you are looking for hope, or and asking yourself, how do people even find hope in these situations? I suggest that one, acknowledge the situation, accept your feelings. It is okay to feel the way you are. And situations sometimes are beyond us, beyond our control. Accept it and ask yourself, how do I go about this? Accept connections when they come. Seek out for connections if you can. Acknowledge the small steps that you take. And life makes meaning when pain becomes sensible. And if your situations becomes too tough, please don't forget to see a psychologist and see a counselor, because those are also very strong supports to help you out of your situation. You never know where support can be and where healing can come from. I hope you find this video helpful, and see you again in another episode of Inspire with Setback.